Hey guys, Bear again. Just wanted to come back to you with another review. Actually, this one's going to be somewhat of a shout out type review. These are just some knives that are further, or should I say, going to come to you later on down the future that I'll be reviewing for you. Just wanted to show you. There's my baby right back there. And there's my other baby right back there. That's my gorgeous little daughter. She's the love of my life. But anyways, I'll go ahead and just get this back into the tripod here and we'll get on with the review. If this puppy wants to go in there, there you go. So, topic is on this guy right here. That right there is a SOG Vision. Now, I'm doing this as a shout out to Blunt Truth with hopes that he will come back. Haven't seen any of his videos in a while. If you haven't seen any of his videos, I highly suggest him. His online name is Blunt Truth for You. He's a decent reviewer, but he does something a little bit special because he shows you what the knives can how the knives can actually perform. The reason why I'm doing this one as a shout out to him is because this is something that I'm sure that he will go nuts over. And there it is. Blunt Truth. There's something I'm sure that you're a little bit shocked by right there, buddy. No serrations. This is the exact same knife that you had, except for there are no serrations. Same steel, ATS 34. If I can get that, just right below that Vision, and then pending or patent pending. The handles are made out of titanium. Very quality titanium, and the liners are stainless steel, very thick slabs. Don't know if you could quite catch that. There you go. You could see the little separation right there in the titanium and the stainless steel. Very heavy. The reason why it's so heavy is, I don't know if you guys can see this in the reflection of my finger here. But there you go. There are no liners. Absolutely, sorry, they did no drilling or milling or anything of the liners. So that makes this a very heavy knife, as well as the steel. I mean, the stock on this is fairly thick, but it runs all the way down to the tip. And it does come to a very fine tip. But it's still very strong as far as I'm concerned. Has basically, as you can see, a Tonto blade. Has an upper swedge and then another grind for a swedge right there. Not sharp in any means or any way, so you don't ever have to worry about cutting yourself on that. The blade is hollow grind. And right up here there is a convex grind, even though they don't finish it in a convex grind, like my Bob Lum Tonto through Spyderco. The fit and finish on this knife are top of the line. I would definitely consider them close to custom. The tolerances are very much like a Chris Reeve, I would have to say. The seating in the knife, you can see that it seats very well inside of the knife. There's almost no movement to be going side to side inside of that. It's just kind of like a reference point. There's the Spyderco Military. That's pretty tight as well. I can't really, that doesn't make a good purchase of showing the differences, but as far as everything, the arc lock that this has is a lot like the Benchmade Axis lock. Only difference is that it arcs instead of goes straight back and forth. It has a little swoop to it. But that makes it come close to like what a Chris Reeve Sebenza is like, as far as their bushing or their bearing that they throw inside of their the arc lock is part of the detent. As you can see, that's very good detent. But the knife is just so smooth as far as bringing the knife out, bringing the knife in, and I have a feeling that it has a lot to do with that arc lock. It also has a detent as you get closer towards the edge of finalizing it, just like that right there. The knife does actuate very easily, so it is very smooth, just like Blunt Truth had stated. But I don't know how else to really describe it. I did manage to pick this up on deal, or should I say that I got a very good deal on it at a local auction. It's typically, you can find these online for about $180. The production of the flat grind, after speaking with customer service at SOG, states that they only made these in 1991. The flat grind, or the plain edge, should I say. The plain edge was very limited in production. Almost immediately upon the beginning of production of these knives, they decided to end the plain edge. So if you come across one, then know that you are coming across a very rare knife, because they did not produce these in high numbers at all. It was almost like a Spyderco sprint run. I don't know why they discontinued the plain edge, because people typically like the plain edge a lot better. But you can find these typically with the serrations and the titanium handles for about $179 on eBay. I see them there all the time. I've seen them go as low as $149. They do make one with a G10 handle that you can get for about $119. I've seen them down as low as $79. They do make two different versions of this. One comes with a VG10 steel. I prefer the ATS-34 just because of the polishability of ATS-34 is above and beyond any steel out there. You guys, as far as my experiences with steels, VG10 is a very good steel. It is top-notch steel, and I don't know, I just prefer ATS-34. Most of the knives that I purchase, if I have the chance to get them in ATS-34, I generally will do it. S30V is still my favorite steel. CPM M4 is definitely the best steel out there. I haven't actually got to use any. Even though I do have the Gale Bradley, I don't plan on using that one as well, unless if later on down the road I decide to get another one. But for the price, you can't go wrong. ATS-34, titanium scales, very smooth knife. Actuation is smooth, you don't need any wrist action whatsoever. You can open this knife per the arc lock, should I say, as well as close it per the arc lock. Sorry, can't do it necessarily on camera, makes it very difficult. But if you decide to ever get a knife and you haven't thought of this and you don't mind the serrations, I do suggest that you go out and get one, because this thing is just excellent. Yeah. Anyways, a few shout outs, Cutlery Lover, Nuttin' Fancy, New York Dave. You guys are excellent reviewers, and I love watching your videos. Hope you keep coming out with other ones. Thank you, and have a good night.